it's me. I interrupt this AFK session to ask you to like and subscribe. Please, 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 pretty please. So have you done it yet? Hello dudes and dudesses, and welcome to another episode of Reboot. And today we are starting our Mind Palace. Yes, our Mind Palace. What is a Mind Palace? Well, it's something we're going to build over there. We started, where is it? There we have already begun. And I have done something down there because it requires so many resources. And down there somewhere I have prepared a block palette for you. But before we go down there and take a closer look and start up this new mega project, I want to finish off the project that we built the last time, the gunpowder farm within this beautiful, beautiful airship that I still think is one of the greatest things built in this world. So let me just go around here and show you that it actually is quite efficient. If we go down here, you can see that it works. It actually works nicely, and it will cover my needs anyhow. And then I made an addition. Yeah, what is that? Sugarcane and eggs. Crazy, huh? Well, I had this idea. Let me just show you how it works. If we go up here, and I think I did remember last time to say that I might, let me just sleep, that I might want to make an addition to the farm. Since we're AFKing, we can get some sugarcane at least, even though we have a sugarcane farm in the village, but we don't load that when we are working here. So down here, I just made a very small sugarcane farm, as you can see right there. It's not a lot, but there's a bit. And I don't load the sugarcanes when I'm working on the mountain, I have noticed. So I have more eggs than sugarcane, but if we just go into spectator mode right here, my spectator account, and I can show you how it works. As you can see, straight through the farm, we have hoppers. And in here we have the chicken that is holding up the lead. That's part of the design. And then it goes through hoppers and barrels, just to keep it dark, down here. And it ends up in this dropper right here. All the way down, and then we have a comparator, and it checks when there's an egg, and then it harvests the sugarcane. If you don't remember, we use chickens to hold up leads, just to have a string or a kind of rope going between the masts of the ship. So that's why there's chickens there. All right, let's go over here now and talk about the Mind Palace.
Get out.
What?
Get out. I need to go to my Mind Palace.
The what?
It's a 119 project, so we're going to be using mud blocks. But the Mind Palace is a huge project, and it needs to be huge because if you don't know what a Mind Palace is, it's a place where you store your memories and things you want to remember in a virtual space. But I was thinking, I spend so much time in Minecraft, so why not build a building in Minecraft and use that to store everything I want to remember? But then I have to come here to make it successful, to make it something that I can actually use. And I want it to be a 119 project, so I want to use mud bricks. And what can you pair mud bricks with? You can pair it with other bricks because it's the same texture. So that might work, I was thinking, because we actually only have mud bricks and then this, I can't remember what it's called, but the other mud. And then I was checking what does it actually go with. And it can go with brick and it can go with granite, I think. Unfortunately, it cannot go with sandstone very well. It could be an accent, but the bricks are too dark and the sandstone is too light for us to use it as texturing in a wall. And then there's the amount of blocks. As you can see, there's not really that many mud blocks. If you look at the bricks, normal stone bricks, there's cracked bricks, and then there's andesites and a whole array of other gray blocks that you can use to make textures. And if we go to deep slate, I mean, that's totally crazy. There's so many more blocks to choose from. There's even 4 different wall blocks. So that's kind of a challenge that that we don't have that many mud brick blocks. So I've laid out a palette here that I think will work, and copper as well, and then brownish blocks that can be used for texturing. Oh yeah, terracotta and bricks. We need a lot of terracotta and bricks as well, and we don't have any way to get it. We don't have access to them, so we need to find a way to make them as well. This is what I had in mind for using. Now, if we go up here, you might see the red mangrove wood that I have laid down in a pattern right here. I don't know if I'm going too fast. Let me just make another flyover. But this is kind of the keep. It's the first and the biggest building, singular building in the Mine Palace. So this way it's 31 blocks, and then it's 19 this way over here, and then 31 down here. It may not sound as that much, but it's also 31 blocks high. So it's kind of a box. And I know what you're thinking, a box, that's not gonna look good. Yes, it is, I promise. And down there we will have a tower, and in the other end we will have a tower as well. But it's a lot of blocks. So we need to find a way to get some blocks. So I have made a list, because mud brick, you can make it today in 1.19. Let me just get in here. Yeah, that's another story. I have to tell you how I found my spyglass. Okay, if we look at this, we have a plan for the Mine Palace. First, we need a dirt to mud converter. That's a small machine, easy to build. Then we need to be able to make mud to clay, a mud to clay converter to terracotta and bricks. And to do that, we need a slide farm, and then we need a wheat farm. Then we need more scaffolding, so we need string, and I don't have a spider farm, so we need a mud farm. Then we need a beacon. Yeah, how am I gonna get a beacon when I'm not going back to the 1.16 area? I have a plan. I have a plan, trust me. And then we need a frog life farm. That's not that important right now. We can always do that, but we need it. And then we need golden carrots. Our carrot guy, Bruno, well, he had a slight accident. And then we need a mangrove farm to get wood, and we need a warden farm. And why do we need a warden farm? Because we're on 1.19.2 now, so you don't get XP from that anymore. No, but we need the skull catalyst as roofs or ceilings in a great deal of this building. So we need a warden farm. And also, this is a new technology. This is the first airship I've built in this world. This is a new kind of civilization, and their power is based on that they're able to control mobs, to control the monsters. Let me just sleep. And as I have shown in a video, it's pretty easy to make a mob switch out of a warden farm, so we'll be doing that at some point. Now look at this bridge, aqueduct, I don't know what to call it. It's both basically, and it's something else. I spent so much time trying to get the style of this building right, because it will set the tone for the rest of the Mine Palace build. And you can see how it worked with putting different blocks in there as accents and texturizing, and I like it. I like the way it has come out now. Maybe we still need to put in some deep slate at the bottom. And this is not Hermitcraft, but we do learn something. Yeah, the bag is all blank, and I will probably do this totally off camera because it takes a long time to texturize this. Okay, so you can see this I think I'm inspired by like a Roman aqueduct. So we have water running up there, and it's coming from up here all the way down there. And if we go in here, what is this, you may ask? And the idea is this is a landing bay for airships. So they can dock here, and they can, we can't see it, it's up there, and they can unload their goods and their passengers. And I want to make the same over here on this side, and probably have an airship lying there just for having it to look nice. And then the passengers and the goods can go up here, except I haven't made a way up yet. Now let's unleash the water together, because I have high hopes that the blue color coming down right there will be a great accent to the sandstone or the mud bricks. Let's just go down here, and we need to remove these as well. Like that. Unfortunately, water really doesn't flow by itself in Minecraft, so with a little help, let's just see how it looks. Yes! Exactly what I wanted. I think it looks great. Let me just fly over here. Yes, that was kind of the splash of color that it needed, I think. And did I just waterlog a stair here? Yes, I did. So I just need to remove this. And it looks pretty good from afar as well, majestic. And I remembered I have a spyglass now, so I can actually zoom in and show you some details of the texturing. And it's a lot of work, but it makes all the difference, I think. I'm really happy with how that came out. But now we're down here, it's about this guy. This guy right here. It's one of my micro nano farms, and it makes wheat, because we need wheat to make all the mud bricks and the packed mud. And I actually did a video about this quite a while ago. It's my own design, and it's great, except it uses a whole lot of bone meal. You have that there producing bone meal. We will look at that later, because we need that to fill this constantly. Now, it's a guy planting on 2 pieces of dirt. It's rather stressful actually, but it can be used for all kinds of crops. And that brings us to the carrot guy that we don't have anymore, the golden carrots. He used to work here. That was his life. He had a good, beautiful life, roaming the free. And unfortunately, his life changed. And he kind of changed too. It's not nice to look at, but in the Minecraft Alps there is no public healthcare, and as a farmer he didn't make many emeralds, so he didn't have insurance. So the question's still out there: will he be able to get back to his own self? We don't know. But if we go in here, we can see last time or the time before we finally got our ender chest. And of course we cannot use the contents of the things we have in the ender chest, but we can use the shulker boxes, I think. So it's easier to get materials and go down here and make another one of these. Alright, let's make a deal. I give you a composter and I trade with you to lock you in so you're a farmer, like that. And then you're fixated on this composter and you just follow me around. Deal? come up here. Come up here, I said. That went easy, smooth as always when working with villagers. I mean, I know we don't talk about Bruno, but boy, I think he was easier to deal with than you. I like Bruno more than you. Yes. Don't give me that look. You stay in there. Now I'm gonna fill your inventory with carrots and bone meal, and then you'll start producing some carrots for me. I hope. Like this. You have 8 slots. So you should be good to go about now. Please do some work. Thank you. Now this machine is all done. All we need to do is to trade up the sky so that we can get golden carrots. And I made a spot for that over here. You can see it's already working. So I got emeralds. So let's trade him up to a master like this. Alright, the machine is done. He's in there. He's traded up. But I made a mistake. I didn't get a carrot guy. I got a beet guy or whatever it's called. So I can't sell back my carrots to this guy. I have to go to the village. So since I'm already not liking him very much, I might change him out. I might change him out for another guy. But for now, this is working. And now I want to show you the most fantastic farm I think you can ever build in Minecraft. Yeah, it's there. It's actually like a factory, and I've started designing the building, but I don't have the resources to finish it quite yet. But it's beautiful, but it requires a lot of bricks. So let's go in here, and most of you have already guessed, I suppose, that this is a moss farm. It's my own design. I have showcased several of these in videos before, and I link it up to a supersmelter. So the azaleas are going to drive the supersmelter, and it's 2-layered. And let's go up here, and what you can see is that up here I have a lot of levers. That's because I can decide whether I want to keep the items that comes from these 2-layered moss farms, or I want them to go to the supersmelter and power that, or I want them, you can see here right there, down here, that's fuel for the supersmelter. Or I wanted to go on and just make bone meal to keep the farm going. And of course I can decide if I just want to have a chest full of moss blocks. I just flip the lever, but it all goes over here into these composters and down there into the machine. And let's just try and flick it on, and you can see it's working. I love it. And you can watch this for hours. It's probably one of the most mesmerizing types of farms there is, and it's wicked fast. It pushes in stone from 3 sides on both layers, and you can see as long as you don't leave the area, you will never or unload the area or close your computer while it's running, you will never get any kind of problems with this farm. It will just be steadily running, producing a lot of moss and azaleas and leaves and moss carpets for you. And you can see it's going down there past the filters where I decide what to do with them. It goes all the way around in the water stream and in there again. And if we just hop down here, you can see it's exactly the same for the second layer. And this is where we collect the bone meal, and it's only surplus bone meal. Right now we don't even farm the azaleas. They're going to the supersmelter. So this farm starts off by using the bone meal that comes in here to power itself to make more moss. Let me get up there. Up there. When this one is full, then the bone meal will go on, like you can see right there, to the second layer. So it's first the first layer, then the second layer, and when they're both full, and it happens continuously, then the surplus will go down here, and we really need a lot of bone meal. And then you can see I hooked up a supersmelter right here. There's quite a lot of redstone, and you will have to look at my videos to my tutorials to see it, but basically it's 12 furnaces, and the first ones I have the normal azalea, and the last 3 ones, I think. I have the flowering azalea. So, and then you just put in whatever you want to smelt right here, and you flick the lever and it burns. Oh, it burns so beautifully. And listen. Did you hear it? It automatically starts the farm. So as soon as you use some of the azaleas as fuel, it automatically starts the farm and replenishes the fuel that you need. So it will always have, in this case I've set it up to having 3 double chests of azalea saplings. So that's quite a lot of items you can smelt like that. And that's the 3-in-1 farm. Alright dudes and dudesses, that is about all I have time for today, so thank you for watching. It's been a blast. And if you like the video, do leave it a like, and if you're not subscribed, why not? Do it now. See you later. Bye.